Hello class, in this video I'll be showing you how to prove more complex trigonometric identities are true using the basic identities you've learned about in the past. Let's begin. Here's a chart of all the basic identities that you've learned about in previous lessons. And I would suggest that you have this chart in front of you while you're trying to prove the more complex identities are true. This will help you become more familiar with the basic ones. All right, so let's try an example here. We want to prove the identity. Cosecant theta times tangent of theta is equal to secant theta. And what I have here is a chart, and the chart is going to help you organize your work. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to rewrite the problem with the left side and the right side in separate columns. And explaining the step, this step here is the given identity. And my goal is to make the left side look like the right side. And we're going to do that using the basic identities we've learned about in previous lessons. So what do we know about the cosecant of theta? Well, the cosecant of theta is 1 divided by sine theta. And if we go to our chart, cosecant theta is equal to 1 divided by sine theta is a reciprocal identity. So over here under explaining the step, I'm going to write reciprocal identity. All right, so that's equal to secant theta. Next, let's take a look at tangent theta. So tangent theta can also be rewritten. Tangent theta can be rewritten as sine divided by cosine. And let's go take a look at the chart and see which rule that was. So going back to the chart, that looks like it's one of the quotient identities. Tangent theta is equal to sine theta divided by cosine theta. So the explanation is the quotient identity. Next, notice that sine theta in the numerator divides with the sine theta in the denominator, with the result being 1 divided by the cosine of theta. And the explanation for that is that you are dividing like factors. And what is 1 divided by the cosine of theta? Well, 1 divided by the cosine of theta happens to be secant theta. And what rule was that? Well, that was the reciprocal rule, or the reciprocal identity. And now that the left side looks exactly like the right side, we have proven that cosecant theta times tangent of theta is equal to secant of theta. And you are done.